Hello. Day 4 of the talking and talking show with Galaxy Soup, your host. Yesterday I talked about why you should care about Galaxy Soup. If you didn't watch that, watch it. If you don't want to watch it, the summary, don't. If you want to care about him, do. If you don't. I don't care. Today I'm just going to talk about music I'm listening to at the moment and how it could potentially influence the sound of my upcoming album. So I've been listening to a lot of George Duke at the moment. The Aura Will Prevail is the album that I've got on loop basically. It is it's just incredible. Like just genuinely some of the best music I've heard, some of the best sound that has entered my ears comes from that album. The Aura Will Prevail, George Duke. It's like, it's just jazz fusion. Genuinely incredible. That's the sort of sound that I want the next Substitutes is the jazz band I'm a part of. I play keyboard, and that's the type of sound I want our next album to sound like. That jazz fusion, synth, jazz, bonk, donk, blonk, badadonk. Just incredible, and I want that. I want that. My turn. Obviously, it won't even be remotely godly as that album, but I hope to capture that same sort of feeling. And in terms of how it may influence the album I'm working on as Galaxy Soup, I don't think it will. Two different worlds. Other than maybe solos, like improvised solos, I might have a couple of those. No. Yeah, it probably won't influence my solo stuff, but it will influence my jazz band. And yeah, I talked a little bit about the Flying Lotus influence, because Flying Lotus in this album is just almost entirely influenced by him. The album Until the Quiet Comes, which I talked about before, incredible album, probably top 5 for me. Just crazy. It's got Thundercat on bass on some of the songs. It's got Thundercat on vocals on one of the songs, DMT song, very atmospheric song, very good. But yeah, as an album, as a coherent project, it is phenomenal. And I want that sort of feeling for the album that I'm going to release. I want it to feel more, obviously each song has its own independent thing to offer, but I want sort of there to be like, it's as one coherent project. It is one coherent project. It's clearly an album rather than just like a lot of modern albums, especially like trap at the moment, seem to not really be focused on it being an album, seems a bit more being a playlist, and then people can just quickly scroll through, find their favorite songs, plop it in their playlist of their own. I don't want that. I want all of the songs to be playlist worthy, and I want all of the songs to be clearly as one musical item. And that's the thing that I think, because I've watched a lot of YouTube videos about the death of the album. It all sounds very scary, and to some extent it is, but I think there is still a lot of consistent art being put out in music to not declare albums dead yet. And I hope to be a part of that reason that it doesn't die, because I think albums are incredible. It's just the idea of having one piece of art that encapsulates how someone felt, how that creatively they wanted to express themselves at that time. Because that's the thing that I think in music, especially my music, because I've got a lot of rubbish that I previously released, I tend not to unrelease too much of it, because that encapsulates my musical ability and what I wanted to do at that time. And it almost shows creative, hopefully improvement. I'm hoping I've improved from my first release because it's absolute booty. But yeah, my first released music is Cheeks. The first single I released, I unreleased. It is terrible. But yeah, I try not to unrelease too much because it sort of takes away from the idea of progression, and I don't want to do that. But this album that will come out eventually is not going to ever be unreleased. It's gonna, I mean, hopefully it does well somewhat to any extent, but even if it doesn't go well, I will be happy to have a project that I've spent a lot of time on, a lot of other people have spent a lot of time on, with a lot of the features. The released single, Who's That Girl, listen to that and my profile. Incredible vocals, magical, one of my best songs to date. Very proud of it, very good song, and it's a good example of what the rest of the project's gonna sound like. It's been 6 minutes now, don't want to talk for too much longer because that kind of defeats the point of these videos. But I'll see you on day 5, and day 6, and day 7, and day 8, forever and ever, until I get famous enough to not be bothered to do it anymore. So, inspirational message to end the video.